The Netherlands, a land of windmills and canals, seems an unlikely candidate for global domination. Yet in the 17th century, this small nation rose to become a formidable empire. The Dutch, known for their seafaring prowess and entrepreneurial spirit, embarked on a journey that would leave an indelible mark on the world. They established colonies, dominated trade routes, and amassed vast wealth, challenging established powers and shaping the course of history. The story of the Dutch Empire is one of resilience, ambition, and adaptation. From their humble beginnings as a collection of provinces struggling for independence from Spain, the Dutch transformed themselves into a maritime superpower. Their ships, laden with spices, silks, and other exotic goods, sailed across the globe, connecting continents and cultures. The Dutch Golden Age, as this period is known, was a time of unprecedented economic prosperity, artistic flourishing, and intellectual ferment. The rise of the Dutch Empire was fueled by a combination of factors. The Dutch possessed advanced shipbuilding techniques, allowing them to construct faster and more maneuverable vessels. Their mastery of cartography and navigation enabled them to chart new sea routes and explore uncharted territories. Moreover, the Dutch embraced innovative financial practices, establishing the first stock exchange and developing sophisticated trading networks. At the heart of the Dutch Empire's success lay the Verenigde Oostindische Compagnie, or the Dutch East India Company, often referred to as the VOC. Established in 1602, the VOC was more than just a trading company. It was a powerful entity with its own army, navy, and the authority to wage war, negotiate treaties, and establish colonies. The VOC's primary objective was to secure a monopoly on the lucrative spice trade with the East Indies, and it pursued this goal with ruthless efficiency. The VOC's ships sailed to the Spice Islands, also known as the Moluccas, in present-day Indonesia, which were the sole source of highly prized spices like nutmeg, cloves, and mace. These spices, used for flavoring food, preserving meat, and creating perfumes, were in high demand in Europe, and the VOC was determined to control their supply. The company established trading posts, built fortifications, and engaged in fierce competition with other European powers, often resorting to violence and coercion to maintain its dominance. The VOC's impact on the East Indies was profound and often devastating. The company's pursuit of profit led to the exploitation of local populations, the displacement of indigenous communities, and the introduction of forced labor practices. The Dutch imposed their rule on the Spice Islands, seeking to maximize their control over the production and distribution of spices. The VOC's legacy in the region is a complex one, marked by both economic prosperity and colonial oppression. The quest for spices ignited fierce competition among European powers, leading to what became known as the Spice Wars. The Dutch, Portuguese, English, and Spanish vied for control of the lucrative spice trade, engaging in naval battles, espionage, and sabotage. The Dutch, with their powerful navy and the ruthless efficiency of the VOC, emerged as the dominant force in the region. One of the most dramatic episodes in the Spice Wars involved the Banda Islands, a small archipelago within the Moluccas, which were the sole source of nutmeg and mace. The Dutch, determined to secure a monopoly on these valuable spices, launched a brutal campaign to subjugate the local Bandanese people. In 1621, VOC troops, led by the notorious Jan Pieterzoon Cohen, massacred thousands of Bandanese and enslaved many others. The few survivors were forced to work on nutmeg plantations, ensuring Dutch control over the spice trade. The Dutch dominance in the spice trade had far-reaching consequences. The influx of spices into Europe transformed culinary traditions and contributed to the growth of the European economy. However, the spice trade also fueled colonialism, exploitation, and violence, leaving a lasting impact on the regions where these spices originated. The story of the Spice Wars serves as a reminder of the complex and often brutal history of globalization. The Dutch Empire's rise to prominence was inextricably linked to its naval prowess. The Dutch Navy, known as the Wooden Wall of the Republic, was among the most powerful in the world during the 17th century. Dutch shipyards churned out innovative warships, including the famed Fluit, a cargo ship designed for maximum capacity and efficiency. These ships, armed with powerful cannons and manned by skilled sailors, allowed the Dutch to dominate the seas and protect their vast trading network. The Dutch Navy played a crucial role in securing the nation's independence from Spain. In a series of naval battles, the Dutch fleet, led by skilled admirals like Martin Tromp and Michiel de Ruyter, challenged the might of the Spanish Armada, ultimately breaking Spain's grip on the seas. These victories not only secured Dutch independence but also established the Netherlands as a major naval power. The Dutch Navy's influence extended far beyond European waters. Dutch ships sailed to the Americas, Africa, and Asia, establishing trading posts, exploring new territories, and engaging in naval skirmishes with rival powers. The Dutch Navy's global reach was a testament to the nation's maritime supremacy and played a pivotal role in shaping the geopolitical landscape of the 17th century. Section 5: William of Orange and the Birth of a Nation. The story of the Dutch Empire is inseparable from the legacy of William of Orange, also known as William the Silent. Born into a noble family in Germany, William became the leader of the Dutch revolt against Spanish rule in the late 16th century. A skilled diplomat and military strategist, William united the disparate Dutch provinces and led them in a protracted struggle for independence. William of Orange's defiance of Spanish authority and his advocacy for religious tolerance made him a symbol of Dutch resistance. He is credited with laying the foundation for the Dutch Republic, a nation built on principles of freedom, republicanism, and tolerance. His assassination in 1584 at the hands of a Spanish agent only served to further galvanize the Dutch people in their fight for independence. William of Orange's legacy extends far beyond the borders of the Netherlands. His ideas about religious tolerance and republican government influenced political thinkers and revolutionaries across Europe and beyond. In the United States, William of Orange is considered a forerunner to the Founding Fathers, his principles of liberty and self-governance resonating with the ideals of the American Revolution. Section 6: Peter Stuyvesant. From New Amsterdam to New York, the Dutch Empire's reach extended across the Atlantic Ocean to the New World. In the early 17th century, Dutch traders established settlements in North America, including New Netherland, a colony that encompassed parts of present-day New York, New Jersey, Delaware, and Connecticut. At the helm of this colony was Peter Stuyvesant, the last Director General of New Netherland. Stuyvesant, a stern and autocratic figure, is best known for his peg leg and his role in the surrender of New Amsterdam to the English in 1664. Despite his reputation for strictness, Stuyvesant oversaw a period of growth and prosperity in New Netherland, expanding the colony's trade and attracting settlers from various parts of Europe. He also played a role in shaping the colony's multicultural character, granting religious freedom to Jews and other minorities. The fall of New Netherland to the English marked a turning point in the history of the Dutch Empire. While the Dutch continued to hold other colonies, the loss of their North American foothold signaled the beginning of their decline as a global power. However, the Dutch influence on New York City, with its grid-like street plan and its legacy of tolerance and diversity, remains evident to this day. Section 7: The sun sets on the Dutch Empire. The decline of the Dutch Empire was a gradual process, driven by a confluence of factors. The Dutch faced increasing competition from other European powers, particularly England and France, who sought to challenge their dominance in trade and naval power. The Anglo-Dutch wars of the 17th and 18th centuries, fought for control of the seas and trade routes, weakened the Dutch Republic both economically and militarily. Internally, the Dutch Republic faced political and economic challenges. The once vibrant merchant class, which had fueled the country's rise, began to lose its influence. The Dutch East India Company, beset by corruption and inefficiency, saw its profits dwindle. Moreover, the Dutch Republic, lacking a strong central government, struggled to maintain unity and respond effectively to external threats. By the 18th century, the Dutch Empire had entered a period of decline. While the Netherlands remained an important center of trade and finance, its days of global dominance were over. The rise of other European powers, coupled with internal challenges, had eroded the foundations of the Dutch Empire. However, the Dutch legacy, from their contributions to art, science, and philosophy, to their impact on global trade and finance, continues to shape the world today. Section 8: The Dutch Legacy, from Tulips to Tolerance. Despite its relatively short-lived dominance, the Dutch Empire left an indelible mark on the world. From their iconic windmills and canals to their contributions to art, science, and philosophy, the Dutch left behind a rich legacy that continues to inspire and influence. The Dutch Golden Age, a period of unprecedented artistic, scientific, and intellectual flourishing, produced some of history's most renowned painters, philosophers, and scientists. The Dutch Republic was a pioneer in religious tolerance and freedom of thought. While much of Europe was embroiled in religious wars, the Dutch embraced diversity, welcoming people of different faiths and allowing for a greater degree of intellectual freedom. This spirit of tolerance contributed to the Dutch Republic's flourishing as a center of learning and innovation. The Dutch also made significant contributions to global trade and finance. The Dutch East India Company, despite its controversial legacy, pioneered new forms of trading and investment, laying the groundwork for modern capitalism. The Amsterdam Stock Exchange, established in 1602, became a model for financial markets around the world. The Dutch legacy of innovation and entrepreneurship continues to inspire today. Section 9. Conclusion. The enduring mark of the Netherlands. The story of the Dutch Empire is a testament to the power of human ingenuity, resilience, and ambition. From their humble beginnings as a collection of provinces struggling for independence, the Dutch rose to become a global power, shaping the course of history through their mastery of the seas, their dominance in trade, and their contributions to art, science, and philosophy. While the Dutch Empire may have declined, its legacy continues to resonate around the world. From the canals of Amsterdam to the streets of New York City, the Dutch influence is still evident. Their spirit of innovation, tolerance, and entrepreneurship continues to inspire, reminding us that even small nations can leave an enduring mark on the world. The Dutch experience offers valuable lessons for the present day. It reminds us that even the most powerful empires are not invincible and that adaptability, innovation, and a commitment to core values are essential for long-term success. As we navigate an increasingly complex and interconnected world, the story of the Dutch Empire serves as a reminder of the importance of embracing diversity, fostering innovation, and building a more just and equitable global society.